a black human being a slave is the crime to begin with.
Indeed.
This is the first crime. No black human beings in the past were slaves. That is a white colonial racist designation for our parents. Our parents could never be slaves. They were skilled laborers. They were the ones that came here and planted the rice, planted the corn, planted the tobacco, planted the weed, the marijuana, planted, they didn't want to talk about that, planted, built the roads. We came over as architects. We came over as astronomers.
Skilled laborers.
Skilled laborers. We were never slaves. Never, ever. That word is what is placed on us. Slavery. If you look at it in all dictionaries, start with the Oxford English Dictionary, slavery is only hard labor. We don't mean nothing else. Slavery, we make part of the slave. There's two different words. And those scholars know you can do this. The etymology on slave come from the Slavs in Russia and the Central Europe and where that word comes from.
Right.
So how does it get applied to black folk again? It doesn't. Slavery is just hard labor. Just hard labor. That's all slavery means. Drudgery, hard work. If you are watching this interview right now and you just did hard work, you was in slavery.
You enslaved.
You was enslaved. No, you wasn't enslaved. You was in slavery.
Oh, right. Okay, I see what you're doing. Yeah. Yeah.
You was in slavery. You see, and look at how the law works, because they abolished slavery, but not the slave. Or the slave owner. Imagine, you abolish slavery, but the slaves, meaning we don't have sovereignty. What does it mean to be a slave? You are dependent on another. You are the slave. You are the dependent.
As we all are.
As we all are, on their system, on their laws, on their medicine, on their education, on their... The minute we get that sovereignty, then we are actually not slaves in law. But legally, we still slaves right now.
That's what our birth certificate.
That's what a birth certificate. Come on, you're a piece of property.
We're born into this debt system, and you have a piece of paper that someone else owns, and they can buy and sell it at any time.
And they're buying and selling it.
And
that's what Ancestry.com is.
Indeed.
How the hell they get all your records?
Yeah.
What? You gotta pay?
Just pay attention. That's what you got to do. Pay attention. That they. That's all it is.
Right. We're all property now, but we're property in a fantasy, because ain't no human being somebody property. But now here's the point. But if you're gonna run around acting like you property, if you're gonna run around ignorant of the fantasy,
the slave mindset.
Come on now, emancipate yourself from mental slavery. If you're going to allow yourself, see, this is why America is great. This is the greatest country in the world.
The fantasy corporation.
The fantasy. This is why America is great.
Disneyland.
Because America will put the liquor store and the library on the same block. And say it's up to you.
Make your choice.
Make your choice. You go to the liquor store. How can God, how can karma ever strike America? If your history, it's a balance, and the balance is on that $1 bill. You see it right there, the key, the balance. This is what it is, the deception. The ego facing two ways. Deception.
But you can make your own choice.
You can make your choice. So if you're going to make the choice to be an idiot.
Are you a god? Are you a demon?
Damn, and there we back to that again.